Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Mahabharata character series. We'll begin with our prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. We are discussing the character of Arjuna, and last time we discussed how Arjuna resisted the temptations of Urvashi. Unparalleled integrity was shown by Arjuna while he was in the heavens, where the most beautiful of all celestials, the Apsaras, the Urushi herself came and proposed to Arjuna to enjoy. But Arjuna, he had such integrity that he didn't agree to the proposal, and he called her as mother. And the reward of showing such integrity was he was cursed. But actually, he was cursed and ultimately blessed also by Urvashi, because the curse became blessings. That's what happens when we are on the path of integrity and morality. Some apparent curses ultimately turn into blessings. So Arjuna, he continued staying in heavens for 5 years from earthly calculation. And he learned all the military and weapons, military art and weapons from Indra and his associates. And then he decided to return. So before returning, he went to Indra, and because Indra was the one who organized everything, he was the master, and he was the father also of Arjuna. So he asked Indra, "I want to give some Guru Dakshina. Please tell me, instruct me." So Indra, he was very pleased seeing the skills and the competence of Arjuna, and he said, "If you want to give some Guru Dakshina, I would like you to kill the demons called Nivata Kavachas." So these Nivata Kavacha, they were very, very powerful demons. They were blessed by Brahmaji, and they were creating havoc, because Indra was also not able to defeat these Nivata Kavachas. So Mahabharata describes the incident of killing Nivata Kavachas actually from the mouth of Arjuna himself. So what had happened was all the Pandavas, they were staying in the abode of Kuvera, and they were waiting for Arjuna to return. So we have heard that Bhima, he killed Maniman on the way of searching the lotus petal, golden lotus with 1,000 petals. So many adventures happened, and ultimately all the Pandavas, they were staying in the abode of Kuvera. Then Draupadi and Dhaumya, they were that time on the lower grounds, lower regions of Himalayas. So they were called up also, and all of them, they were staying in the abode of Kuvera, and they were waiting for the Arjuna to come back. So as they were living there, one day they saw a very huge effulgent chariot descending from the heavens. It was the chariot of Indra, and Matali, he was the driver. He is the chariot driver of Indra's chariot. So Matali, he drove back Arjuna from heavens to the abode of Kuvera. Arjuna got down, offered respects to Yudhishthir Maharaj and Bhima, and embraced. And Nakul and Sahadev, they offered obeisances to Arjuna, and they had a very happy reunion. So Arjuna, Yudhishthir Maharaj, he offered respects to Matali because he was also a celestial person. He was a chariot driver of Indra. So Yudhishthir, he offered respects to Matali also, and then Matali departed. As usual, if somebody comes from far and after a long time, all the family members, they sit around him and they want to hear what will happen to you, where all you went, what all you did. So all the Pandavas, they sat around Arjuna to hear from him what happened, starting from Indra appearing as Brahmana. So we have heard all that, and Arjuna, he started describing everything in detail, and they were just having very wonderful time. Excitement was there, hearing the adventures of Arjuna. And Arjuna told them everything, ending with this story of fighting with Nivat Kavachas. So Arjuna was describing what happened. So after Indra, he gave instructions to Arjuna. Arjuna took his conch Devadatta and he sat on the chariot of Indra, driven by Matali, and they went to the city of Nivat Kavachas. So the chariot of Indra, it is driven by 10,000 horses. Huge chariot. It was a celestial, magnificent chariot. And Indra, he reached the place where Nivat Kavachas, the demons, were staying, and he blew the conch. And as soon as they heard the conch, all the demons, they understood that, oh, it seems Indra has come, because they saw the chariot of Indra. They closed the gates of their kingdom and they were ready to charge towards Arjuna. And Arjuna, he started shooting arrows. And the sheer attack of all these Nivat Kavachas, it was so overwhelming because there were 60,000. Arjuna was alone. Arjuna, for a moment, he was overwhelmed, seeing the attack, the sheer pressure of the attack. In our battle with our lower nature and with our conditionings, sometimes we are also overwhelmed. The attack is so overwhelming. The forces of our conditionings, forces of our lower natures, they're so overwhelming, especially when we are in their territory, when we are in the places which are really in the modes of ignorance. Arjuna, he was in their ground now, and he was getting overwhelmed. But although Arjuna was overwhelmed, he didn't just went back. Even if we fell back, even if we fall back, we have to get up and fight again. So for a moment, Arjuna was overwhelmed. Then he again came back to his composure and started attacking. In a boxing match, when a person is being kicked and he falls to the ground, he's not declared defeated till the time he refuses to get up. So it is natural to get bogged down and to feel disgusted and defeated in our fight with our lower nature, but we have to continue fighting. The defeat will not be declared unless we refuse to get up and fight again. Just like a child, small child, he falls down while he's learning to walk, he falls down many times, but again gets up, again walks. So Arjuna, he started shooting arrows, and he shot various arrows with Brahma mantras. He had learnt all those art from Indra. And Nivat Kavachas, they started falling. But they were not ordinary demons. Again, they would gather and again they would fight back. Arjuna, he shot a powerful weapon of Indra. And again, the Nivat Kavachas, they fell back and again they came back. They realized that this Arjuna was not an ordinary warrior. So they resorted to mystical weapons. They started creating illusions. Creating mystical illusions means it is like you're fighting with somebody and that person throws some dirt or mud in the eyes, and by the time one comes back to the normal, they continue the attack. So that is how mystical weapons work. Arjuna suddenly he saw a flood coming. The whole earth seemed to be flooded with water. And Arjuna was seeing as if he's getting drowned in that. He was getting blown away by the winds and the water. But Arjuna, he understood that this is a mystical illusion which has been created. So he shot another weapon which is called Shoshana weapon. Shoshana means one who dries up. That weapon which dries up all the water. So another weapon, so mystical weapons, they counteracted each other. The illusion was dispelled. But Nivata Kavachas, they shot another weapon. And it appeared that mountains were falling from the sky. Arjuna used another weapon to dispel that illusion. Then they shot another weapon and strong winds started blowing. Arjuna, he shot another weapon called Parvatya, mountain weapon, to stop the flow of all these winds. It is so very interesting that in current times, we are just aware of one kind of weapons, that is fire weapons. All our missiles and bombs, they are all based on fire. But in the earlier times, the military arts were very, very advanced. And they had many, many weapons, many different types of weapons. So Arjuna, he started retaliating. Then they sent fire weapons, and then Arjuna, he created water weapon. So then they realized that this is a very, very powerful enemy. They grouped again and they created darkness all around. What will you do if there is darkness all around? You are not able to see anything. And then Arjuna started hearing the screams of the owls and the jackals. Matali was confused. Matali got overwhelmed. He had never seen such a battle. Although he's a celestial person, he's the chariot driver of Indra, he was overwhelmed. Arjuna calmed him down. He says, "Don't fear, O Matali. Just see the prowess of my Gandiva." Arjuna took his Gandiva and he chose appropriate weapons and started dispelling all the illusion and started destroying the demons. And the attack was so fierce that demons, they retreated back and they disappeared in the city. Seeing this, Arjuna, he relaxed for one moment. But that one moment proved difficult, dangerous for him. All the demons, they took advantage of this one moment of relaxation of Arjuna and attacked him again. That's why we have to be really careful. Now, we have also waged a war against the forces of material illusion. It is not so easy. We cannot be relaxed anytime. It is like if the soldier is there in the middle of the war and he has said Akraman and then he sleeps. Okay, let me sleep for 5 minutes. No, you cannot do so. We have to be really alert always. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Indriyanam hi charitam yanmano no vidhiyate tadasya harati pragyam vayurnavam ivambhasi. Just like in an ocean, a strong wind can change the direction of a boat. Similarly, the senses, they are so powerful. If they are allowed to wander, they will take away the intelligence of a man. Not an ordinary man, even a man of discrimination, even an intelligent person can get bewildered. So therefore, We have to regularly sharpen our intelligence with the axe of knowledge. Jnana sinatmanaha. Therefore, the knowledge is called the the sword of knowledge. We have to keep sharpening our sword of knowledge. We should not become sentimental followers of spiritual life. We have to be really on guard. We have to be very philosophically convinced why we are doing what we are doing. That's why it is said that just like in a countryside, if any of you have gone to countryside, you know, there are fields, and in between there is a, they call it pagdandi, small, maybe 1 feet path on which people they go from one field to another. So in the rainy season, what happens? The Because nobody is walking on that pagdandi, the weeds they cover that path. Similarly, our intelligence is like that small pagdandi, and if we keep going through that, if we keep taking our intelligence through the paths of scriptures, then the path of intelligence will stay clear. But if we don't use our intelligence, if we don't study scriptures, then we'll get doubts. And doubts, they destroy our determination. Margha babuva sandigdha trinay channa he samstrita na abhyasyamana shrutayo dujai kalena chahata. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Just like the forest path gets covered if nobody walks on it, similarly, the intelligence gets covered by the weeds of doubt if we don't read scriptures. So, therefore, the scriptural reading is very, very important to keep our intelligence strong and sharp. So Arjuna, he remembered his training of shooting the invisible targets. In the days of his Gurukul under Drona, he learned the art of shooting the invisible targets. And he started shooting arrows. But the demons, they were so many, and the attack was so overwhelming that Arjuna was getting really confused. The demons, they started attacking from above, starting attacking from below the chariot. They started attacking even the Matali. Arjuna was getting bewildered. Now this time, Matali consoled Arjuna. They don't get bewildered, Arjun. Shoot the foremost weapon of Indra. This is how very interesting. There is a cooperation between the warrior and the charioteer. This is a crucial relationship which should be there between the warrior and the charioteer. When one gets discouraged, other encourages him. Because everyone needs encouragement. In difficult times, when things are not going the way we want, when problems are overwhelming, we need encouragement, we need guidance. Nobody should feel that I am so great that I don't need anyone's help, anyone's encouragement. Whoever you may be, at some point of time, we will need guidance, we will need encouragement. We hear a story of Sanatan Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was such a wonderful scholar, he was such a great devotee. But when he was coming from Vrindavan to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, on the way, he was passing through jungles and he drank water somewhere and it was contaminated. His whole body was infected and boils were there, pus was coming out. It was terrible. Sanatan Goswami, who was such a powerful scholar of the scriptures, such a great devotee, Even he started thinking, what's the use of this body? I'm not able to do anything with this body. I will not be able to help Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let me commit suicide. So this is very, very interesting that everybody needs help at some point of time. Nobody should feel himself so great. I can't bow down in front of anyone. Everyone needs encouragement. Everyone needs guidance. But at the same time, we need encouragement to do a certain type of activity, but we should not become dependent on appreciation. If I'm appreciated, I'll do certain activity. If I'll do some seva, otherwise I'll not. No. We should be motivated because of the higher purpose. Not because somebody is appreciating us every day, that's why I'm doing some service. So Arjuna, he invoked that most powerful weapon of Indra and he shot. And that weapon divided into hundreds and thousands and started destroying all the demons, all the Nivat Kavachas, they started falling. And Matali, he congratulated Arjuna again. So, of course, everyone needs encouragement, and this should be the culture. This should be the culture of spiritual life. We should encourage others because we have declared a really tough task. We are embarking on such a difficult journey that we need encouragement. And that's why we should glorify other devotees. We should appreciate them. Because in Kali Yuga, Sangha Shakti Kalo Yuge, when we are united, we can go ahead. So Matali encouraged Arjuna and all the demons were killed and the city was left open for Arjuna. So Arjuna, he told Matali, let us enter the city and see if some demons are remaining. So Matali, he was really appreciating, said, I have fought so many wars with Indra, but I have never seen such a fight. It was unparalleled. Even Devatas could not have done this. So Matali, he took Arjuna in the city and no demon was remaining. And the wives of these demons, they were wailing, crying. So Arjuna, following the codes of Kshatriya war, he didn't touch them, just allowed them to cry and lament. So in this way, Arjuna, he defeated and destroyed the most formidable enemy of Indra and all the gods. After that, he was returning to heavens. Sorry. So after he was returning on the way, he saw another huge city floating in the sky. It was effulgent, glowing. So Arjuna asked Matali, what is this? I've never seen such a city. So Matali said, oh Arjuna, this is another city of the demons. They are called Kal Kanyakas. They are another formidable enemies of Indra. So now Arjuna, he decided to do some extra service. This was not allotted to Arjuna. So just like Hanumanji was told by Ram that you please go and find out Mother Sita. So when Hanumanji found Mother Sita, then he thought maybe I should do some extra service. I should find out how powerful the Ravana is and I should show a glimpse of Lord Ram's power. He burned the entire Lanka. So actually there are various grades of servants. It's described Uttamaschintita kuryat prokta karita madhyama adhamo ashraddhaya kuryat akarta ucharitam pituhu. A first class person, he does things more than expected and even without telling. Lord Ram didn't tell Hanuman burn the Lanka also. No. That is first class servant. Does things more than required, more than expected of it. Prokta karitya madhyama. Second class servant, he will do things when he's told to do. He will not do extra. Just do the needful. Adhamo ashraddhaya kurya. Third class servant. He will do things, but he has no faith. I will do, but I don't think so. This will work. Anyways, if you are telling I'll do, this is the mood of a third class servant. And the fourth class servant, he doesn't do it. He refuses to do. So servant should have some qualities. स्वरूप कहे बलभद्र भट्टाचार्य तो माते सुस्निग्ध बड़ पंडित साधु आर्य. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he was going to Vrindavan, so all the devotees were requesting, please take one servant with you who will carry your water pot, who will carry your clothes, because you will be busy chanting the names Tumar Dui Hasta Baddha Nam Ganane Jalapatra Bahirvas Bahibakya Mane. Who will carry your Jalapatra and your cloth, because you will be busy chanting. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, okay, but I don't want to take any of my intimate associates. So Swarup Damodar Goswami, he found out a person named Balbhadra Bhattacharya. And he said, this person is the best person to become servant. Why? He said he has 4 qualities. Susnigdha, Pandit, Sadhu and Arya. These are the 4 qualities of a servant. Susnigdha. Snigdha comes from the quality of ghee. Ghee is very snigdha. And snigdha means ghee burns itself to serve others. So a servant is ready to undergo all types of tribulations to serve the master. He's ready to sacrifice his life to serve the master. That is snigdha, susnigdha. He should be inspired. He should be first class. That means he should be inspired to serve the master. And inspiration comes when there is love. Susnigdha. He loves you. He has affection for you. Quality of affection. Second quality of a servant is he is a pandit. He is intelligent. He knows how to do a service. Srila Prabhupada was telling once that first class servant means he is told once and he does things. Second class servant means he has to be told 2-3 times. Third class servant, even if he's told 2-3 times, he'll go and come back and he'll ask him, Kya karna tha mere ko? What I was supposed to do? So the first class servant is intelligent. He's Pandit. He knows how to execute the service properly. Pandit Sadhu. Third quality is he has complete sense control. Sadhu. He controls his desires for personal sense gratification. Because in due course of our services, we may get so many of the perks and benefits. We may get some additional benefits of serving. Devotees serving Krishna. We should be very, very alert not to use the facilities for our own sense gratification, but to use in service of Krishna. That is called Yukta Vairagya. So a devotee, a first class servant is sense control. And the fourth quality of a servant is Arya. Arya means he knows how to deal with other servants. Being in spiritual society, we have so many other devotees we have to deal with while we are doing our services. We should know how to deal with them also. Not that my service is the main thing, I don't care about others, I'll trample on others' head. No. So Arjuna, he was a first class servant. So he said, enemy of gods is my enemy also. Oh Matali, take my chariot towards the city. So Matali, he took the chariot and Arjuna blew his conch. Kal Kanyakas, they understood that, oh, another somebody has come, it looks like Indra has come. So all the demons, they again charged. And Arjuna, he fought fiercely, started destroying them. As usual, they also started using mystic weapons. Arjuna, he destroyed them all. And he started shooting so many arrows. But the city of Kalakannikas, it was like a ship, and it was moving. Sometimes it would appear, sometimes disappear. Entire city is moving. But Arjuna, he continued shooting the arrows. He was fearless. He was not getting bewildered by this display of mystical illusions. That's how in our fight with our conditioning, sometimes we get so many different types of mystical illusions thrown by our mind, thrown by media, thrown by the environment, thrown by our other friends. But we should be very, very steady. We should have our weapon in our hand. And what is our weapon against material illusion? That is our chanting. That is our scriptures. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So Arjuna was relentlessly shooting arrows, and entire city of Kalakannikas were getting shattered. City was getting shattered, and ultimately the city exploded. The entire city exploded. And the remaining Kalakannikas, they leapt out of the city and they continued shooting arrows. Arjuna, he was overwhelmed. Again, he was covered with arrows, but he didn't stop and he continued shooting. Matali said, Arjuna, I have never seen such a fight. I have never seen anything like this. The way you are fighting, it seems that the battle is not going to end because these demons are very, very powerful. You have to do something. Arjuna calmed him down again and said, okay, I will invoke the weapon of Lord Shiva. We have heard in the past classes that Lord Shiva, he gave him Pashupatastra. Because Kalkanyakas, they had done tapasya and they had pleased Brahmaji and they had become very, very powerful. Indra, he had tried attacking and defeating, but he was not successful. So Indra, he did tapasya to please Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva, he appeared and he said, don't worry, please tolerate these demons for some time. In future, I will come and I will destroy these demons. So, fulfilling the prophecy of Lord Shiva, Arjuna now, he invoked the Pashupatastra and this demon. And now, as Pandavas are hearing all this from Arjuna and they were getting so very excited that what Indra could not do, Arjuna did it. And they were so very joyful and they were really celebrating. Their confidence really increased, hearing all the feats of Arjuna. And this battle, it was really serious battle going on. It was a question of life and death. Arjuna was really risking his life. So Lord Shiva had told that don't use this weapon against any human. It should be used only against celestials. So these Kalakannikas, they were not humans, they were celestial beings. So Arjuna, he invoked the weapon and the weapon appeared in front. It was personified. It was having, this weapon had 3 heads, 9 arms, and 9 eyes. Every head had 3 eyes. And it was really fierce looking weapon, personified form. Along with that, many associates of Lord Shiva also appeared. And Arjuna, he chanted the mantra. He, first of all, he offered respects to this weapon because it was the weapon of Lord Shiva. And he charged that weapon. And he actually discharged that weapon. And as he discharged that weapon, unlimited arrows started coming out. All the demons were getting killed. And these weapons were not just arrows. Different types of weapons started coming. Some weapons were like lions, huge elephants started coming out, wolves, and so many different types of beasts. They all started coming and started devouring these Kalakanyakas. And they were getting all the demons, they were getting pulverized and they started running away. But Arjuna, he continued chasing them up and he killed them all. So after destroying two powerful races of demons, Nivatakavachas and Kalkanyakas, Arjuna, he reached heavens. So Indra, when he saw such amazing and unparalleled victory, he heard from Matali the way Arjuna fought. He was really blissful. He was really celebrating the victory of his own son. He was very proud. He said, "Oh Arjuna, today all of us, all devatas, we bless you. You will be composed in midst of all your battles. Even in the midst of severest of the battles, you will be composed. You will be calm. You'll stay undefeated in all your battles. And now you go and regain the earth and give that to Yudhishthir Maharaj. Let victory be yours." So this victory of Arjuna is very, very uh, amazing. When we give our best, then we receive the blessings to even serve in a better way. Whatever strength we have, whatever faith we have, if we continue our services, if we continue fighting our conditionings, then we will receive the blessings of our superiors, we'll receive the blessings of Krishna. We will be rewarded because the fight is not going to end. Shaknoti hai vayashodum praksharir vimokshanat kamakrodhodbhavam vegam sayukta sasukhina. Krishna says this battle is a unending battle. Till the last moment of our life, we have to continue fighting the battle with our anarthas and conditionings. But the more we give our best, the more we are empowered to fight with a composed mind. It is just like a firefighter. The day one, if a firefighter goes for fighting against a fire which is there in a building, he may become scared, he may become really confused because he is new in the battle, he is new in firefighting. After many, many years, the fire will remain the same, but he will develop the confidence. So our journey in our spiritual life is increasing our confidence in Krishna's protection. Krishna's blessings are always there with us. We have to just develop that confidence. No, what I am doing is best and I am not alone. We have the support system of entire parampara. All the teachers are there. Krishna's mercy is there. So Arjuna, when he described all this story, all the Pandavas, they were delighted. Arjuna said, "Oh Arjuna, you are really blessed. You have achieved, you have received the darshan of such great devatas. You have learned from them. You have stayed in heavens. You have served them. I feel so very proud, so very happy. I feel that we have already won the earth." Yudhishthira was very happy. He said, "Arjuna, I would like to see all your weapons. I want to see how they work." So Arjuna, he agreed. He said, "Okay, I'll show you." He started chanting mantras and invoking the weapons. As the weapons started appearing, to his surprise and to Yudhishthir's surprise, so many inauspicious signs started appearing. The earth started trembling. All the wolves started crying. Beasts started Getting terrified, the sun looks covered with cloud. And seeing all these inauspicious signs, Arjuna, he stopped. Brahmaji appeared in the sky along with Narad Muni. And Narad Muni told, O Pandavas, O Yudhishthir, these are celestial weapons. Don't use them for demonstration. In future, in the war, you will see these weapons working. You will see their power. Please don't use them for demonstration. The entire world will be destroyed. You will be in danger. Please don't use them. So hearing this, the Pandavas, Arjuna, he desisted and he stopped using demonstrating. In our life, we may have so many powers and we may acquire some powers. We should not use our powers to show how great we are. It creates harm for others and we will also be harmed. How we'll become proud? We'll become proud of what we have. So pride is the beginning of our fall down, as they say, and especially in the spiritual circles. Because in due course of our practices, Krishna will give lots of skills, abilities, which we have not even imagined. They are all awarded by Krishna to his devotee. But if we use them to show how great we are, then will become proud and will be destroyed. Janma karma vayo rupa vidya aishwarya dhanadibhi yadi yasya na bhavet stambha tatrayam mad anugrahat. Anyone who has good birth, high parentage, nice pious activities he has performed in the past, youthful body, very beautiful body, intelligent person, lots of wealth, you should consider it as the result of past life pious credits, pious activities. But it is natural to become proud. Who will stay unaffected? Krishna is telling, Lord Vamanadev tells to Bali Maharaj, only my devotee will not get affected by pride. Yadi yasya na bhavet stambha tatraya mad anugrahat. If anyone, in spite of having high birth, wealth, beauty, fame, he's not proud, you should understand that this person has received the mercy of Krishna. Without mercy of Krishna, it is not possible to stay unaffected by the pride. So Arjuna, he had acquired such weapons that it created anxiety for even the controllers of the universe. And Brahmaji himself had to come. That was the power of Arjuna now. So the Pandavas, they continued to stay for some time in Kuvera's abode, and then Bhima, one day, Bhima and Arjuna, they came and they told Yudhishthir, we should not stay here anymore. It's a long time we are staying here. We should now go down. Why? It is because comfort will make us complacent. If we continue to stay here, we will lose our desire to take revenge. We'll lose our determination to establish dharma. So Yudhishthir agreed to this proposal and they all went down. They came down to Kamyavan, and then there Krishna and Balram, they came to meet them. And after a long time, they were meeting. So we discussed the story of how Gandharvas, they attacked Duryodhan, and Yudhishthir Maharaj, he sent Arjuna. Arjuna fought with Gandharvas and defeated even all the Gandharvas and saved Duryodhan in that war. Karna ran away. So we had discussed all that. So in this way, the 12 years of Vanvas went. Then 1 year of Agyatavas was remaining. And as per the curse of Urvashi, now Arjuna had to become eunuch. It was not easy. He was not an ordinary person. He was not an ordinary Kshatriya. Arjuna was the emblem of manliness and Kshatriya power, but he accepted it. This requires lots of maturity to accept things which are not in our hands in right consciousness. To accept in right consciousness requires lots of maturity. Actually, it is a grace of Lord which is showered on someone who is very sincere in his devotion. This maturity which Arjuna is showing, it is not easy to have it. It is awarded. Many times we devotees we tell many times, we hear so many things, we know all these things, but when the problem comes, we are not able to respond properly. Why this happens? Because we have heard it, but these philosophy and these principles will not get internalized unless we receive mercy of Krishna. And to receive mercy of Krishna, we have to show him that we actually are serious about it. I want it. I want to develop such maturity. I want to develop such steady mindset. As it is said, there is a famous prayer. Oh Lord, please grant me serenity to accept things which I can't change things which I can, courage to change things which I can, and wisdom to understand the difference between the two. Very wonderful statement. Give me the serenity to accept things which I can't change. Lots of maturity is required to accept that I can't change this. People spend their life striving for something which they cannot change. So Arjuna, he was such a powerful, well-known warrior, and he became dance teacher for Uttara. He was living in women's chamber. Such a disgraceful situation from an external point of view. So when Arjuna, he entered Virat kingdom and he went to the palace of king. So king, when he saw this eunuch, he said, "Who are you? You are wearing the dress of a lady, but you look like king of the world." Seeing his powerful Kshatriya body, although he was wearing a dress of a woman, but Virat king, he understood that this person is not a woman. He is supposed to, if you are not a eunuch, you would be the king of the world, he said. Please tell me, who are you? How did this happen to you? Arjuna said, please don't ask this question. This creates lots of distress for me. I only seek employment from you, and please help me. He said, I am learned in singing and dancing. I can teach your daughter. So king said, if you desire so, I will make you the dance teacher, but you deserve to become the king. Anyways, he said, okay. So he told women to have him tested to find whether he was actually a eunuch, actually a neuter. And they did so, and they confirmed it. So he stayed over there in the chambers of Uttara, the daughter of Virat king. Arjuna, he was not burning with humiliation and resentment. Oh, I am in this eunuch body. No, he accepted the situation very gracefully. When problem comes in life, people, they go through various stages. First is denial. This cannot happen to me. When problem comes first, no, this cannot happen to me. How can this happen to me? I have led a pious life. How can this happen to me? Denial. That is the first thing. Second, the person becomes angry. Anger comes. How can this happen? I never did anything wrong. Anger comes out. Why is this happening to me? People start shouting. becoming angry on God, becoming angry on people. Third stage is bargain. Please do something. I can't accept the situation. Please do something for me. Help me. Bargain. Try to bargain. No, no, I cannot live. Please do something. I want to alleviate this problem, situation. Then the fourth thing comes is when he understands neither I can bargain, neither nor I can do anything else. Then comes the stage of depression. The person really gets depressed. And many times it takes years when people they are in this stage of depression and they cannot accept things. In these COVID times, many people have lost their dear ones. And one devotee was telling that one mother, she had his young child around 20 years old. He developed COVID, and because of complications, he departed. The mother went through all this. But she was telling doctors, no, this cannot happen. How can this happen? No, no, कोई नहीं ऐसा. झूठ बोल रहे लोग. They're telling lies. And then she started becoming angry. No, कैसे doctor हैं आप? How can you do this? We'll take my son to another hospital. Bargaining the situation. And then she became silent. Then the reality dawned on her. She became silent. She was not crying also. So this stage may take years. And then ultimately, after years, people come to fifth stage of accepting the situation. And it happens many times after years. People they realize and then they cry. Acceptance makes one peaceful. When we accept the situation we are in, it makes us peaceful. So when disasters happen in our lives, people they go through, we go through so many stages. The earlier we come to the stage of acceptance, the earlier we'll be peaceful. So Arjuna, he was peacefully accepting the situation. It was a disaster for him. We may not even able to understand and conceive what must be the problem of, what must be the disgust of any of the person if he is told that you have to become a eunuch. It is unimaginable. Arjuna, he accepted the situation very gracefully because he knew that this is happening by the will of the Lord. So because he accepted the situation, he was peaceful. And he became the father figure for Uttara. Uttara would, confide in him. He would guide her. He was like a mentor for Uttara. She would share her heart. She would share all her problems with him. So although this service was very humiliating, mortifying many times, but Arjuna, he did it gracefully. And then came the glory, the moment of the greatest glory of Arjuna. What was that? That we'll be discussing in the next class. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
It was a wonderful session. After all, especially Arjuna is a very, very personality who seems very real, because he shows his weaknesses, at various points, and but still is able to rise above those because of. So, you had mentioned in between that it's only the grace of the Lord which helps us not become proud, or is.
Yeah.
So what is our endeavor on this path? Like, when pride, we do feel pride or envy or these anarthas when we are experiencing. So how do we react to those anarthas? Do we say, oh, they do not exist in me, we are completely not paying any attention to them, or do we deal with them in a certain way?
So Krishna in the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, he gives a list of divine qualities and demoniac qualities. In the 13th chapter also, from 13.8, 9, 10, 11, the list of 20 qualities are given. So Prabhupada in the purport he describes that these are the qualities which automatically manifest in a pure devotee. But a practitioner, spiritualist, a sadhaka should endeavor to develop these qualities. Till the time they don't manifest automatically, we have to endeavor to develop them, cultivate them. Just like, for example, becoming angry. It is natural to become angry, but we have to try to see the situation from the eyes of scriptures and as much as possible try to control ourselves. We may not be able to do so, we may not be able to be successful, but the mere fact that we are endeavoring, and if we are not able to succeed, we are repenting for it. Oh, I could not do it. That endeavor and that repentance is a way to receive the grace of the Lord. So the grace of the Lord will follow when we show our endeavor and we show our repentance when we cannot make it. That is the most important part of a practitioner. If we are saying, oh, what can I do? I have this anarthas, I am not a pure devotee, I will become angry, I will become envious. What is the big deal? Why are you, chastising me? But are we doing something about it? Are we repenting for our mistakes? Are we repenting for becoming angry and becoming envious? Are we praying to Krishna? So Krishna is not so much concerned about if we have those conditionings or not. Krishna is concerned, are we struggling to come out of it? Although for sure on our own we cannot do it. But what we can do is we can show by our endeavors. I want to come out of it. That is the thing which we can do. If we are really serious and sincere in our attempts to show to Krishna that I want to come out of it, then follows the grace of the Lord. So that is the understanding, because Krishna knows our struggles. It is not that Krishna is not aware that, oh, this person sitting in Mumbai trying to chant, he has anarthas. He knows everything. There is a beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. Jati Shraddho Matkathasu Nirvinna Sarvakarmasu Veda Dukkhatmakan Kaman Parityagoptinishwaraha Tato Bhajet Mam Prita Shraddhalu Drir Nischayah Yushmanashatan Kaman Dukkho Darkam Shagarhayan. This is a very, very hope-giving verse which comes in 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna is telling our situation. He says, my devotee, his faith has risen in my pastimes. Jata. Jata means take birth. His Shraddha has taken birth in my pastimes. In my name, he is faithful. He has developed little faith. He knows sense gratification leads to misery, but still he is not able to give them up. Our story many times. We know I should not do this, but still we cannot give it up. But tato bhajet mam prita shraddhalu dhranichaya. Still my devotee keeps struggling because he has faith. He has determination to practice. All the while dukkho darkam shagarhayan. All the while repenting for his mistakes. So we are supposed to endeavor to the best of our capacity, be determined, be confident that avashya rakshime Krishna, Krishna will surely protect us. If we show our determination, Krishna will surely protect us. And we should repent. Dukkho darkam sagarhayan. He repents for his mistakes. He tries not to do it again. Still he falls. Again gets up. Again practices. Again falls down. Devotee doesn't fear falling down. We should be fearful of not getting up. Falling is natural. Till the time we are not purified, it is not natural to fall down, natural to commit mistakes. But we should be fearful of not getting up again and walking. That attracts the grace of Krishna. So that is our understanding. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very, very nicely explained. Really. Anybody else has a question? Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.